Hello, everybody. Jess Steinberg here with the Invisible Disabilities Association with another podcast, InVisible InCourage. And I've got DeAndre Carter from the Las Vegas Raiders and a visitor as well, Kristian from, it's called what? Beyond Type 1. Beyond Type 1, where we're talking about diabetes. So DeAndre, give me a little bit of background of maybe how you got on the team, what it's like, a little bit of football stuff since we're here at Super Bowl Media Week.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going on year 10 in the league. Came out of Sacramento State, got undrafted to Baltimore. It's been a journey ever since. I've been on a few teams, but excited to be here at Vegas now.
Well, and as I understand it, you're dealing with type 1 diabetes.
Right.
What's that like, man? Well, how'd you find that out? And tell me about your experience with that.
Yeah, so I was diagnosed type 1 when I was 14 years old. Wasn't feeling too well. Had a lot of was losing weight pretty fast. Like peeing all the time, a lot of urination. Couldn't really quench my thirst, which is like the signs, that you are early signs of diabetes.
Well, and we want to talk about that because some people don't know.
Exactly. So that's kind of what our mission is here this week, and with Beyond Type 1 is just to bring awareness and information to people about symptoms they may be experiencing, so we can catch it early enough. And also, if you already have it or stuff like that, just different resources and things that you can reach out to, that you can use to help your diagnosis go a little bit better.
It's interesting too because type 1 is the one that if you have it, you have it. Type 2, you can actually usually do something about changing with diet, right?
Yeah, so and I think that's kind of like a common, I don't say misconception, but I think a lot of people know a lot about type 2 diabetes. I think that's the more common one. Like you said, you can kind of get rid of it with diet and exercise. And I have type 1, which is there's no cure for it. I'm insulin dependent. And so Kristian actually can go into a lot more better detail about that than I can.
Well, let's do that. Kristian, what do you got for us?
Sure. So Beyond Type 1 is an organization. We're really working to make sure people have access to this information, the tools, resources they need to be able to thrive with type 1 diabetes. And so this campaign we're doing in partnership with the NFL Alumni Association is called Huddle for Diabetes. And it's all about just bringing awareness to these signs of diabetes. We know that about 300,000 people have lost their lives unnecessarily to not recognizing the signs of diabetes. And that's just not acceptable. We have so many people in this country who are walking around living with type 2 diabetes and don't know, or they're at risk for type 1 diabetes and are unaware. And unfortunately, if people don't notice the signs, particularly in the case of type 1, you could end up in the emergency room in what we call DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis, and you could lose your life. I mean, very quickly to type 1 if you don't recognize this. The average onset age is 13. So these signs are easily missed. You're a kid like DeAndre was, you're playing football, you're playing basketball, you're losing weight, they don't think that's a big deal, you're thirsty all the time, they're just easily missed. And diagnoses in general are missed constantly for diabetes, for type 1 and for type 2. And so we're really excited about this partnership. I'm so thrilled to have DeAndre as our ambassador out spreading awareness around this. It is a truly life-saving thing. So everyone just needs to know it's really easy. He said it, right? That frequent urination, excessive thirst. Like, we've got all these images of people like pouring water, down their throat. Like, you can't get enough water, right? Exhaustion. You're really tired all the time, right? That unexplained weight loss. So all of those things, if people could just remember them, share them in your sphere of influence, others can become ambassadors, just like DeAndre. So if you're watching this, you can go to our website, beyondtype1.org. You can sign up to be an ambassador, and we'll send you posters you can distribute in your community. All kinds of resources to spread awareness of these signs.
Well, and I do want to say that obviously you're a professional athlete, living at a high level, still playing a sport that you love.
Right.
I think you need to encourage people how that stuff goes for you.
Yeah, so and that's kind of been like my main mission, this week, partner up with NFL, Alumni Health, and Beyond Type 1, to just encourage kids and let kids know that as long as you stay on top of it, manage it right, follow the plan that your doctor lays out to you. There's nothing that you can't do. I'm going on year 10 in the NFL, and so the sky's still the limit. There's nothing it's nothing that will stop you from achieving your dreams.
That's great, man. We'll keep that going.
Yes, sir.
How do they find out about your organization?
Yeah, again, they can go to beyondtype1.org. Just a plethora of resources that you can find. Everything that DeAndre just said about being able to operate at the highest levels, that's what we're all about as an organization, really trying to change the conversation and the dialogue and the perception of what it means to live with diabetes. And again, DeAndre is such a good example. When you have the right information, the right access to resources and tools, you can really thrive and still be able to accomplish your dreams with this diagnosis. And so we want to see people living beyond diagnosis with type 1, and it starts with seeing the signs. And then, if you are diagnosed, check out our website, get those information, the resources, so you can manage it and thrive like DeAndre.
Well, there we are, Jess Stainbrook with InVisible InCourage Podcast. And go ahead and check out the screen. You'll find where to go for Beyond Type 1 to deal with diabetes. Certainly fits within the realm of us talking about people living with invisible disabilities. So thanks for being with us. We'll see you on the next show.